Great, you're back, and this is the continuation of smiles. You didn't know there were different types of smiles. So this smile is called the alligator smile. And no, I did not make up that phrase. I actually heard it on America's Next Top Model. I think Jay said it one day, and they call it the alligator smile. Simple reason, your mouth is just wide open like this. But there's a way to finesse that too. Once in a while, I see advertising. I walk in a store, there might be a big banner, and you see this. That's unusual, but I do see it. And the reason it's unusual is because you see all of the tongue. I just don't think that's that flattering. I typically don't do it. You have to be a pretty special picture for me to do that. I'm not that crazy about seeing someone's tongue. So what I like to do is a little variation of it is this, and this you see a little bit more, is the mouth, when it's open, is on the side. So what you're seeing are the teeth on the side. So do you have a model that has beautiful teeth on the side? Once in a while, I'll see a side alligator like this, and what you have is a very pointed eye tooth. I don't find that attractive. If I had a model that had a pointed eye tooth, I wouldn't shoot it. Not unless you plan on photoshopping in the gaps that leaves. And then perhaps if you have caps or fillings, that would be a problem. So I would make sure that model really has beautiful teeth. If you really start looking around at advertising used in stores, you will really see the smile a lot. It's not just that little sliver of the hey smile, like the little polite smile. It's an all-out smile. But a few other things go with it. It's sort of some body stuff goes with this, because the model's not just standing like this and like this. It actually, as a woman smiles and lets something out, a lot of times the chest goes forward like this. It's like, because it's like you have to put with it, like, why did you do that? You didn't just go, ha, 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 like that. You went, it was like more like this. So the body is actually thrusting a lot of times, and I don't want to smack my chest, or people will smack it and like go like that. So you're actually doing body motion with it. So your head is like thrown back like this. You're not just standing straight like this and going, opening your mouth. Now watch my head. My head will go back and my chest will go forward. It's like, and it's like an opening up. It's like, hey, it's like a big hey is what it is. And they call it the alligator smile. But I just go, hey, really big. So now you can just let loose of the hey. It's like, hey, big. It's like really open it up. Keep your mouth on the side, so I only really see part of the tongue. So it's not like, even though you see that sometimes, not crazy, I'm not crazy about it. A lot of times what you'll have is the shoulder goes with it and the chest, and it's like, it's definitely body movement is going with this. It's like, hey, like this, just on the side. So that's the alligator / big hey smile. That's one. I love that. I like to add the variety of that. And here's another way that I like to use it, especially for a comp card shoot for the day, because I want to show a little bit of variety. But remember, you have brand new models, have never been shot before. So it's really difficult to get variety. I don't want them to do too much because it's very hard to get the work done that you need to for the day. But for variety, I like to show potential clients that the model can move, that it's a little bit of action shot. I'm not crazy about showing a model modeling like this, unless perhaps she's a fashion model. But remember, we're not talking fashion, we're not talking editorial, we're talking commercial / let's say catalog modeling. So this would not be a catalog shot per se, because she's facing backwards like this. But this is the variation, and why the alligator works so well is this variation, which I love, and I try and do it for, like I say, every comp card shoot, is you're turning around, you're not walking, okay? What you're doing is, I call this rocking. And I do this a lot, and I'm going to go into this rocking in much greater detail when I start showing how to work a full body. But part of this rocking goes with like this. What it is the model turns around and looks over her shoulder, almost as if somebody has called her name, and she's turning around to react and saying like, hey, yeah, I'm over here. It's like this. It's like, And if you look, my arms are bent and my knees are bent. It looks like and it's like this. And again, it's the side of the teeth and it's offside and it's like, hey, and I just have them rock in the same place over and over again to the camera. It's like, and a lot of times you see the tip of the head. They're not turning around and then just going like this. It's this, and it's very soft, and it's very like this. It's almost like, it's like, hey, hey. This is a great time to teach her to look off camera the same way. Let's say over here just a little bit. It's important to look at some images on camera, but equally as important to look off camera to show clients that you're not frozen to the lens. So it would be something like this. And it's not as far off as the model usually thinks. It's fairly close because I want a nice amount of face in the shot. I don't want it like way over here. There's not enough face. So what it is, it's basically like this. Over here, it's like this. It's like, hey, hey, my friends, hi, how are you? So you're not waving hi, but it almost is like, or you just turned around and she's like, just caught you because you said, hey, 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 I know you. So it's like this. So that's the variation, the alligator, hey, to the camera, hey, like this, and then the rocking the camera. Love this, one of my favorite. I try and do it, like I say, for every shoot. And it shows motion, it shows she can do it. So she's on her mark. She's not moving off of her mark for focus. And this is it. So that's a variation of the 2 smiles I used for the comp card shoot for the day. I'll use the hey smile for the headshot, and then I'll build into this right here, and then I'll build to turning around and looking off camera. So in the following lessons from here, now that you have sort of the basics down of how, to get the basic smile and the big alligator commercial smile, we'll continue, and I'll show you how we're going to be adding to that so that it all eventually starts making sense for a new model. So you can pick and choose what part of the information that you like, but at least now you have something that you yourself, where you know a direction that you're going in. You're not just, throwing darts on a dartboard hoping that the model is going to give you something. Now you have concrete information that you can give to the model how to get something like that. Words like, simple words sometimes, just like this rocking. Because I don't want her walking per se, and it's hard to focus like this. I want her to stay right on the spot. I want her to understand what it's like to have a mark and have to model and stay on the mark. So you're building slowly. You're trying to turn her into a model, at least a little bit, by the end of the day. So if you start using a little bit of these techniques, by the end of all these lessons, you'll have enough information to at least help the model to have a great shoot for the day. So we'll continue the lessons, and hopefully you'll build from this one, and we'll move on.